When you do stuff on the fly, you come up with things like that. Welcome to the Universal Magic Podcast news update. It's kind of our first time doing this. So I wasn't able to get Jeff or Alyssa, but I'm lucky enough to have one of our Moments of Magic travel agents, Jen Winter, join us. Oh, man.
Hello.
This is like consecutive weeks of Disney just dropping bombs. And like the title says it best, the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is closing / imploding. And man, there's a lot to get to with this. Let's just get right into it. Because I don't want to be on too long tonight, but I kind of just want to read the statement from Disney, which let me pull this up on my other thing so I'm able to read it effectively. It says the final voyage for Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser will take place September 28th through the 30th. Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is one of our most creative projects ever and has been praised by our guests and recognized for setting a new bar for innovation in immersive entertainment. This premium experience gave us the opportunity to try new things on a smaller scale of 100 rooms, and we will take what we've learned to create future experiences that can reach more of our guests and fans. We will be contacting guests booked for voyages departing on or after September 30th to discuss their options and modify their plans. To prioritize these guests, we are pausing new bookings until May 26th. We are so proud of all the cast members and Imagineers who brought Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser to life and look forward to delivering an excellent experience for guests during the remaining voyages over the coming months. Oh man, so much to unpack. But before we do that, let's just go on a little timeline here, and we'll talk about the things here. So it says,
nice boy, it's so young. Oh man,
he's so evil. Anyway. The Galactic Starcruiser was announced at the D23 Expo in 2019. It opened to guests on 3/1/2022. The average cost for a 2-night voyage was $4,800 for 2 people and $6,000 for a family of 4. And like I said, the final voyage of the Galactic Starcruiser will be September 28th through the 30th. So,
yes, folks, and this was not a week-long excursion. This was a 2-night adventure, and that wording, a premium experience, says it all.
And it was premium. Let's put it this way: it was premium because the cast members were, and I say this every episode, the cast members are what make the magic. Like these were premium union grade. I don't know the exact term for it, but the term was basically like these were grade A actors as far as like for the Disney experience. Like this immersed you into the story. The technology was phenomenal. I remember Josh Tomorrow showing off a lightsaber that like it wasn't like the toy lightsaber you got, and it was used by the cast members to actually tell the story.
Exactly.
You know, Disney is very. Yep, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's the thing. Like you had just said, that it was so completely 100% immersive, unlike anything that has been done before.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. I mean, it's just, and nothing broke character through the whole experience.
Mm-hmm. Like what they did is, and there was, listen, I don't want this show or this podcast to be like what other news, Disney's news like things are. It's just not who we are. Like I always joke that we put a magical spin on all things travel because that's what we do. We want to sell you a travel package. By the way, I forgot to do this in the beginning because we were having technical difficulties. I never get this, but go to momentsofmagictravel.com. All the content you see here is powered by that. momentsofmagictravel.com. Get your free no obligation quote. So, I mean, I'm torn because I'm a big Star Wars guy. Like I'm a child of 77. Like that is that story, like Return of the Jedi in like, 84, 85, whenever they came out, that was my jam.
Empire.
And like the whole 80s were consumed by Star Wars, and you had a whole fan base of like Disney Star Wars fans that would gobble this up.
Yeah.
But let's call this for what it was. And I'm going to be totally honest, and it was a cash grab. Like, it was a cash grab for the cosplayers. It was a cash grab for the people that really just wanted to be a part of a Star Wars story. These were kids,
exactly.
that
the
grew up
80s
with
kids,
Star Wars.
Families.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that ran dry really quick. And here's where I think Disney made the mistake. And this goes back to my point about, like, as far as, the news sphere in Disney, like, vloggers were probably the biggest mistake that Disney made, letting these people in and like letting people capture the whole experience rather than letting feedback.
People experience it on their own.
Yes, yeah. They should have done that. And that's kind of my big complaint in general of like Disney, just with the whole like common like thing, as far as like the common era. I mean, it's basically, that's kind of where like everything has to be made for the gram, or made for YouTube, or made for Facebook, or made for TikTok. That's all you see. Like, I cannot wait to tackle this, but like I mentioned it last show, there was a woman who made a TikTok about her most expensive day at Hollywood Studios. Again, people do stuff to go viral. I mean, and like, and rather than let Disney, like, just let the Imagineers tell the story, let it be like completely blown away. You had every vlogger under the sun, every media credential under the sun request to be a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and unfortunately, there's so many people that they just don't realize that instead of giving away the farm, you have to create a little curiosity.
Yes.
And it ruins it for so many, because, well, why do I need to pay for it if I can just sit and watch it on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that looks great, that's cool, but all right, now I've seen it.
Yeah, and shout out to our friend Bethany who made this comment right here.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, brutal.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reason why this was probably so expensive, I mean, the cast members, like, they were paying for the best cast members that you can get. Like, these were union, like, they immersed you into the story. The technology, again, it comes down to, was it like mind-blowing? I mean, Disney, as far as Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, as far as Rise of the Resistance, when it works, is great. Right?
Yeah, it's like, the theming is incredible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like honestly good. And like I think they jumped the gun on this. And like, so now we're kind of wondering, okay, what are you going to do with this? Like, I mean, if you look at how it looks on the outside, it doesn't look that appealing. And like, they even had vloggers that like showed how you fire escape, and it's like, come on, do you really need to show that? Like,
why ruin it?
and we could probably title this episode "Old Man Yells at Vloggers," but like, I mean, it's get off my get away from the castle, you vlogger. Like, so. I guess it's sad that it's going away. I really like joked with Leslie when I had lunch with Leslie, the owner of Moments of Magic Travel. I joked with her. I'm like, hey, if they send us a a ticket for the cruiser. You gonna let me go?" And she's like, "Yeah, probably."
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I really wanted a piece of that because I am a Star Wars boy at heart, but I cannot part with $4,800. I love you, Disney, but
I totally agree. And like we
Yep.
talked before, when they announced the special, the summer special, or the discounted rates, that was pretty cool for families that were thinking about it, but we're just, the price point was too much, and it made it a little bit more affordable for for those families, which was really, really cool. But still, it was still an expensive experience for a short amount of time. Granted, like you said, the experience you were going to have was going to be amazing, especially if you were a Star Wars fan and you really immersed yourself into the story. I mean, that's the whole point. If you're going to pay that amount of money, I would hope that you would want to interact and be as immersed as you possibly could.
And I think given the current economic climate, I think given that they won't extend the voyage, it's kind of a hard pass for the modern Disney consumer, which is tragic because like a lot of the cast members, again, were what made that place so special.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I do want to leave it at this because like this is just too good to share. We actually showed this. We actually talked about this. So this is from the D23 2019 update. And I'm sorry I'm laughing, but like it kind of says we've got a good feeling about this all new Star Wars experience coming to Walt Disney World Resort. Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser invites guests to embark on a 2-night adventure aboard a glamorous starship. During this first of its kind vacation experience, which includes a spaceport day at Batuu at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you'll interact with characters and become an active participant in an immersive Star Wars story that unfolds over the course of an unforgettable galactic journey on board the Starcruiser, to be called the Holocron. So, womp womp. It's just I don't know. Like I'm sad for things, but I think we call this kind of the, what did I call it? Pre-show. I called it kind of
what did
not
you
the
say,
reckoning,
Tim?
but the humbling. The humbling post-COVID. And honestly, let's be honest, a lot of their projects, Tron, this, like the 50th celebration, were probably everything they announced. I think the what was it in D23 2017 like was shelved because of COVID, and like this is just, they try to give it their best. I mean, but Saint Iger, he giveth and he taketh away. So, Jen,
Maybe
any final thoughts?
I was gonna say maybe they'll turn it into a DVC resort or something. I don't know.
I mean, they took away Fort Wilderness, which I'm actually looking forward to as a DVC owner. But I mean, think about this though. One final thought on the cost of this. For a quarter of what I paid for our DVC contract, we're talking about a 2-night stay. So you got to look at things at how, like, the consumer, Star Wars fan or not, is going to look at this. So, yeah.
Well, I will guarantee you that Star Wars fans are not the upper echelon of income earners. And there, I mean, I'm including myself into that grouping. I'm just an average Jane, and my hard-earned dollar has to pay for a lot of stuff, family stuff and things like that. So I don't have a lot of that extra to just, and I would hazard to say that's where most people sit, So anyway, sorry about
Yep. So just one final shout out to our wonderful agency that helps, is powered by this, or powers this podcast, as I can barely talk tonight. No story from any other night. But anyway, we're powered by Moments of Magic Travel. Get your free no obligation quote at momentsofmagictravel.com. again, hit us up. We'll put our links in the socials. Jen, thanks for joining us. This was kind of an impromptu podcast. And actually, I'm kind of glad this happened. Well, this happened before next week because we have a big show planned. We're actually going to be doing a very educational, informational podcast next week. So for Jen, I'm John. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
Thanks so much.